Hello, welcome again. I'm continuing with my discussion on the Kasturirangan report, the new education policy of India 2019. In this particular part, this is the third part, and then this is the final part. I'm going to focus on what can you do now, given that this report is so biased and it is so dangerous. What can you do? So first, let me catch up with the summary of my opinion on this report. It's the most important policy, and this will affect our constitution. Most important policy that has come up in recent times, and this will affect the way that our constitution works in India. It has far-reaching implications outside education. So it's not. Please don't think it's simply an educational policy. This is a policy that will affect health service delivery, public health, practice of law, conduct of business, everything. It aims to establish an ancient, untested models of education with a strong focus on Sanskrit and Hindi. It has a divisive tone with strong linguistic bias. This new education policy should be rejected in its entirety, not just the language part. It has many other dangerous and worrying recommendations, so it has to be rejected completely, not just the language part. Please remember that. The real issue with this report is it has several good aspects as well, and that is the real issue. Why do I say the good aspects are the real issue, the problems? The good ideas include things like Chapter 6. Chapter 6 makes a lot of recommendations about how to improve access to education, especially in disadvantaged groups. It also goes further beyond what I expected when I was reading the first 5 chapters. It goes beyond the divisiveness and makes some good suggestions. It also has good aspects such as promoting the national research strategy and many other things. So there are some good ideas, but these are negligible in quantity. And these ideas are mostly common sense recommendations. These are not based on research, data, or informed consensus. And I think the real problem is that the number of dangerous ideas, they outnumber the good ideas. And these dangerous ideas are not just bad ideas, these are dangerous. And they will percolate on the back of the few good ones. So the way this is getting, the education policy is marketed is it's full of snake packed inside a beautiful, um, uh, nice piece of silk cloth. So you need to be very careful about handling this. So I say we need to fully reject this. What can you do? At this stage, we can only trust the government. They have announced there's going to be a public consultation. You need to participate in this consultation. It's very important you participate in this consultation. Please go to this webpage mygov.in. You need a MyGov account, and it's easy to create this account. You can use Google or Facebook to create this account. So once you log in, once you go to the MyGov page, you'll see a page. You'll see a banner like this. Remember, this banner may not be always present because they have 4 or 5 consultations going on. So this banner will be one of the 5 banners. Click on that. That'll take you to 4 different boxes presented on the screen: school education, higher education, key focus areas, and transforming education. So they're not asking a holistic one summarized feedback, but they're asking you to give feedback on specific aspects of this policy, which itself is a bit of a concern for me because I think they're trying to shift our attention to the finer details, but the sum of the parts of this document is very dangerous. Anyway, so you give the feedback by clicking it. Please remember that June 30, 2019 is the final date for giving the feedback. So please make sure that you give the feedback before that, and don't miss the date. I don't think they'll extend it. So what are my 3 suggestions how to give the feedback? See if you can send personal invitation to your friends. Ask them to submit condensed opinions with some form of identifier to ensure it is legitimate. Do not write too long. Be crisp and to the point. Use examples and references to published materials to illustrate your points if you can have access to them. Don't just take a emotional tone in the feedback. Be very rational and say why what they're proposing is wrong, and also say why what they're proposing will not work. And particularly encourage teachers and scientists at various levels to participate. This may ultimately turn out to be more important than any votes you have cast so far in any elections in India. Please remember, this is more. This is going to be more important than voting. So please give this feedback on the government website as soon as you can. What else can you do? Try to translate the summary into your mother tongue and pass on further for people who don't use English commonly. Please demand transparency. The full consultation should be made public, not just the public comments on the website, but the full consultation. Remember, this report was not prepared by one man or one woman. They had a committee of 8 or 9 people as the expert committee. They also cite the names of more than 200 people and bodies whom they have consulted. So there must be at least somebody in this group who raised objections. We need to see what those objections are and how they were addressed. That has to be made fully transparent by the government, because there are so many worrying aspects in this document. I don't think any of the 200 consultees would have seen the document in its full before it was released by the government. It's likely that parts have been shown and consent has been derived. Consent has been obtained for parts of the document, not the full document. The sum of the individual parts is more dangerous than the individual parts of the document itself. So please remember that. Share this information with busy political leaders if you have access to any of them. Share this with any media influencers that you may know. It's unlikely that many people can read the 484-page massive report. It's so massive, so big. There's no summary or anything released by the government to accompany the report, which again makes me worried that this could be an attempt to drown people with a lot of details. So please make sure that you pass at least this video summary to others to influence the consultation process. Well, I know some of you are not going to take these videos in a positive tone. I appreciate that you'll be very annoyed and you'll be emotionally charged that I have put my opinions out this way. If you're upset, list your arguments with reason. I'll be happy to rethink my appraisal. I might have missed the essence of this NEP. I've been reading it since it was released, so I've read it for last 6 days. Don't attack my job, my place of birth, my caste, my religion, my place of residence, my age, my gender, my personality, my economic status, everything. Okay, thank you very much. We can disagree and still be good friends, so I don't want to hear any personal abuse for posting these videos. Finally, what you've seen here is my opinion. Please understand the difference between news and opinion. This is not news, this is opinion. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching this.